When you arrive in Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down here for the offense. The inside handoff. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Holds and fires complete to the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll try the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on fourth down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Moore will throw. Coming after him. Oh, so close.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up.
Full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up for it.
4th down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Iowa!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They'll go with a direct snap. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And now on second down for this offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Moore to the air. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They want to throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. One final play before the end of the quarter. He wants to throw here on second down. He's got his man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
With the score tied at 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Snagged on the outside, it's Williams. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Run it with the fullback. The Hawkeyes pick up the first down.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone. Reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that running the football on first down.
They'll go right back to him. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll go to the ground. Discards a man. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. The play-action fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the ball is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They really need to convert this 3rd and 1 to capitalize on that great field position. And the Hawkeyes have a first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Moore to the air. It's on target and complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide. Dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
On the move. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Motion from the offense. On second down, wants to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Picked off. Taking it the other way. The 40. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Moore will throw. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Snap from the gun on third down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. They got him down pretty quickly with their setup now at the 21-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide out in motion. Dialing up a second down pass play. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
The Hawkeyes are threatening in the red zone. The snap sets up the throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
It is perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 7 over Louisiana Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Forced out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Brings up second down.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Quick completion to the right. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
After the misfire, now on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Back to the air one more time. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Moore to the air. Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking to throw on third. Got his man. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Give to the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wants to fire on second down. He makes the connection. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Ducks! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, wants to throw it. Caught near the sideline, it's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Iowa 17, Oregon 14.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Iowa.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Running to the left. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Wide receiver shows motion. Third down play from the gun. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. This place is alive, and they love to force this offense into another mistake. First down for this offense. Moore will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And it was the defense that got this started, right? They were the ones who got the stop, forced a punt, gave it back to the offense, who now just picked up a nice completion. You win as a team, but give the defense credit for getting this thing going.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On third down, going up top. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Trying to find his man on first down. Flips it out in the flat. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
After that last completion, it's second down. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running behind that left side. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitz, that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Facing a third down and short from the 26. He's looking to throw. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together, maybe go tie this game, maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Looking for a productive play on first down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Line gets set, first down. Moore to the air. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield, just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with him out.
This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Under 60 seconds to go, and we are all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Iowa has the ball back on offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
From the gun, looking for a man. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. He wants to pass it on second down. Finds the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Oregon.
So now on comes the field goal unit. The line of scrimmage at the 35. That's going to leave the holder at the 42 and a 52-yard attempt for the game. And it's no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. So here comes our first play of overtime. He'll start this drive firing, feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
And the Hawkeyes in the hurry up. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
First down, 10 yards to go. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Dances away from the heat. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand circumstances, right? Like the red zone situations, I got to be able to come out of that defensive backfield and play the run game, and he did quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He got it! A walk-off field goal wins it in overtime. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. A touchdown ends the game here in overtime. It's first and goal. With the run on first and goal. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.